The brown ghost knifefish, scientifically known as Apteronotus leptorhynchus, is a fascinating freshwater fish native to South America, particularly found in the Amazon basin and Orinoco River. The brown ghost knifefish has an elongated, ribbon-like body with a flattened shape from side to side. Its body is laterally compressed, which aids in its streamlined movement through the water. As the name suggests, the brown ghost knifefish typically exhibits a brownish to grayish coloration, blending well with the muddy or dark waters of its natural habitat. The coloration may vary slightly depending on the individual and environmental factors. They can grow quite large, reaching lengths of up to 20 to 30 inches in captivity. However, in the wild, they tend to be slightly smaller. The most notable feature of the brown ghost knifefish is its long anal fin, which extends along much of the underside of its body. This fin is used for propulsion and stability. It has a small dorsal fin near the tail, which is relatively inconspicuous compared to the prominent anal fin. Its eyes are small and positioned towards the top of its head, allowing it to remain camouflaged while keeping a lookout for predators or prey. Like other members of the knifefish family, the brown ghost knifefish possesses an electric organ located along the base of its tail. This organ generates weak electrical discharges, which are used for communication, navigation, and detecting objects in the dark or murky water. Brown ghost knifefish are primarily nocturnal and are often found hiding among submerged vegetation or in crevices during the day. They are solitary creatures and are known for their shy and secretive behavior. The temperament of brown ghost knifefish can vary depending on various factors such as individual personality, tank conditions, and socialization. Brown ghost knifefish are typically shy and nocturnal, preferring to hide during the day and becoming more active at night. They may spend much of their time concealed among plants or hiding in caves or crevices. They are generally peaceful towards tank mates that are of similar size and temperament. However, they may become territorial if housed with smaller fish species or if they feel crowded in the tank. While they are not aggressive towards other fish, brown ghost knifefish are carnivorous and have predatory instincts. They may eat smaller fish or invertebrates that can fit into their mouth, so caution should be exercised when selecting tank mates. Brown ghost knifefish are solitary by nature and may exhibit aggressive behavior towards conspecifics, especially if housed in a small tank with limited hiding spots. They communicate with weak electrical signals using their electric organ, which plays a role in social interactions and establishing territory. When choosing tank mates for brown ghost knifefish, it's important to consider their temperament, size, and habitat requirements. Select medium to large peaceful fish that won't harass or outcompete the knifefish. Good options include larger tetras, peaceful cichlids like angelfish or severums, or peaceful catfish species such as corydoras or plecos. Choose bottom-dwelling species that occupy different levels of the tank to minimize competition. Corydoras catfish, larger plecos, and peaceful loaches are good choices. Avoid stalking fish significantly smaller than the brown ghost knifefish to prevent them from becoming prey. Opt for species that are similar in size or larger. Avoid aggressive or territorial species that may intimidate or harm the knifefish. Instead, select non-territorial species that are peaceful and won't compete for hiding spots. Consider fish that originate from similar habitats to the brown ghost knifefish, such as those found in South American freshwater rivers and streams. This can help ensure compatibility in terms of water parameters and behavior. Since brown ghost knifefish are relatively slow-moving, avoid stalking fast-swimming or nippy fish that may stress them out. Remember to provide plenty of hiding spots and vegetation in the aquarium to accommodate the natural behavior of the brown ghost knifefish and its tank mates. Additionally, always monitor the tank for any signs of aggression or stress and be prepared to rehome any incompatible fish if necessary. For brown ghost knifefish, it's essential to maintain suitable water parameters and provide adequate tank size to ensure their health and well-being. Brown ghost knifefish prefer tropical temperatures similar to their native habitat in South America. Aim for a water temperature range of 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Use a reliable aquarium heater to maintain stability. Given their size and need for swimming space, brown ghost knifefish require a spacious aquarium. A minimum tank size of 75 gallons is recommended for a single adult brown ghost knifefish. However, larger tanks, such as 100 gallons or more, are preferable, especially if housing multiple knife fish or other tank mates. Ensure the tank has plenty of length to accommodate their long, ribbon-like bodies, as they require ample space for swimming. Provide hiding spots and dense vegetation to create territories and offer security for the knife fish. Maintaining stable water parameters, including pH and water hardness, within the acceptable range for South American freshwater fish, is also crucial. Regular water testing and maintenance are essential to ensure optimal conditions for brown ghost knife fish and their tank mates. Brown ghost knife fish are carnivorous and require a diet rich in protein. Offer a variety of live or frozen foods to mimic their natural diet. This can include bloodworms, blackworms, brine shrimp, mysis shrimp, and chopped or whole fish. Supplement their diet with high-quality sinking pellets or flakes formulated for carnivorous fish. Make sure the pellets are appropriately sized for the knife fish's mouth to prevent choking hazards. Provide occasional treats such as earthworms, krill, or insect larvae to add variety and enrichment to their diet. These can be offered as a supplement to their regular feeding regimen. Offer food once or twice a day, ensuring they consume what they can eat within a few minutes. Avoid overfeeding to prevent water quality issues and obesity. Be cautious when feeding live foods to prevent the introduction of parasites or diseases into the aquarium. It's recommended to quarantine live foods before offering them to your fish. Observe their feeding behavior to ensure they are eating adequately and are not being outcompeted by other tank mates. If necessary, target feed them to ensure they receive their fair share of food. By providing a varied and balanced diet, you can help ensure the health and vitality of your brown ghost knife fish in captivity. Determining the sex of brown ghost knife fish can be challenging, as there are no external physical differences between males and females. Unlike some other fish species where males may have brighter colors or different fin shapes, brown ghost knife fish exhibit minimal sexual dimorphism. The primary way to distinguish between male and female brown ghost knife fish is through internal examination. This typically involves examining the fish's reproductive organs, which requires sacrificing the fish and performing dissection. However, this method is not practical for most aquarium hobbyists. In many cases, the sex of brown ghost knife fish remains unknown until they reach sexual maturity and exhibit breeding behaviors. Even then, determining the sex may require observation of courtship and spawning behaviors. If you're interested in breeding brown ghost knife fish, it's best to acquire a group of juveniles and allow them to mature together. Eventually, pairs may form naturally, and breeding behavior may be observed. Providing appropriate breeding conditions, such as a suitable breeding substrate and water parameters, can encourage spawning behavior. In summary, distinguishing between male and female brown ghost knife fish is difficult without internal examination, and most hobbyists rely on observation of breeding behavior to determine sex. Breeding brown ghost knife fish in captivity can be challenging but rewarding for experienced aquarists. Set up a separate breeding tank with appropriate conditions. Provide plenty of hiding spots, such as caves or PVC pipes, for the fish to spawn and seek refuge. Use a fine substrate like sand to mimic their natural habitat. Maintain stable water parameters similar to their natural habitat. Aim for a temperature range of 75 degrees Fahrenheit to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, a pH of around 6.5 to 7.5, and soft to moderately hard water. Feed the breeding pair a varied and nutritious diet to condition them for spawning. Offer live or frozen foods such as bloodworms, brine shrimp, and chopped fish to promote reproductive health. Brown ghost knife fish are generally solitary but may form pairs during the breeding season. Introduce a compatible male and female into the breeding tank and observe their behavior. Pairs may display courtship rituals, such as swimming closely together or vibrating their bodies. Monitor the breeding pair closely for signs of spawning behavior. Brown ghost knife fish are egg layers and typically deposit their eggs on a flat surface or in a suitable substrate. Once spawning occurs, the male fertilizes the eggs, and both parents may guard the nest. After spawning, carefully remove the eggs or breeding substrate from the main tank to a separate rearing tank to prevent them from being eaten by the parents or other tank mates. Provide gentle aeration to ensure adequate oxygenation. Brown ghost knifefish eggs usually hatch within a few days. The fry are initially transparent and may require infusoria or other small live foods until they are large enough to consume larger prey. Gradually transition them to finely crushed flakes or baby brine shrimp as they grow. Maintain pristine water quality in the rearing tank to ensure the health and development of the fry. Perform regular water changes and monitor parameters closely. Breeding brown ghost knife fish can be challenging due to their secretive nature and specific breeding requirements. Patience, observation, and attention to detail are key to successful breeding. If you're new to breeding fish, consider seeking advice from experienced breeders or joining online forums and communities dedicated to knife fish breeding. For more insightful information on aquarium care, fish species, and aquatic life, be sure to subscribe to Aqua World Info on YouTube. Dive into a world of aquatic wonders with expert advice, tips, and captivating content. Together, let's explore the beauty and diversity of underwater ecosystems. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and join our growing community of aquatic enthusiasts.